Hi and welcome to AmalgamNation. This little vid is just basically to shut you guys up about seeing my stuff. So you want to see my stuff? This is a Christmas card I got from people I live with. Well, the friends I live with. This is some of my stuff. I'm just going to turn on the flash so you can see it better. That's better, I think. Turning camera. Well, this is all being recorded on my phone, by the way. This is the only Christmas card I have ever received that is not from somebody I live with. So what have we got here? Starting here at this guy, I'll work my way around and then all the way to the opposite side, just to give you a brief glimpse of what I have on this particular shelf. So we've got Captain Cold, Loki, who's a bit drunk, I think, because he fell over. Yay, Loki. Right, so we've got Loki, Joker from Loot Crate, the little wooden one. That thing there, with the weird shaped head. Then we have Joker from Injustice Gods Among Us. We've got a bottle of vodka. We've got Diablo, Megatron, and I don't know the name of this particular Decepticon right here. This guy here with the green swords. Then we have behind him, we have Skeletor. Here we have some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yes, I'm that kind of geek too. So we have Carnage, Illidan, Poison Ivy, a Skull, Baird from Gears of War, the stand where my Iron Patriot should stand, but he keeps committing suicide, and the last time it happened, he vanished, so I've yet to find him again. He's around here somewhere. I'm not going to show you the entirety of my room, by the way. So then we have, I think it's Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Sorry about this. Edward Elric, Alphonse Elric, Dancing Baby Groot Bubblehead. Just to show you he bubbles. Batman from Batman the Animated Series. A skull mug. Batman pop vinyl figurines. Alright, now up here we have my Pride and Joy shelf. I'm delighted with everything I have on this shelf. So we have Alphonse Elric with a little kitty. Then we have the Art of Final Fantasy. We've got Final Fantasy Lightning Returns walkthrough guide thingy. Somebody gave it to me as a present. Spider-Man in his black outfit. Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn Collector's Edition. Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn. Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, the original Final Fantasy 14, before they made it into A Realm Reborn, is right down here. Final Fantasy Typo HD Collector's Edition, which I have not unboxed for you guys. If you want to see it, let me know. Final Fantasy Typo HD, signed by one of the voice actors. You've got the Princess from Final Fantasy 12 with what looks like an awesome sword, but it's actually the worst sword in the entire game. We've got a Buster Sword letter opener, the Lone Wolf bracelet, Cloud, Zidane, I'll go over the games in a second, an Advent Children pocket watch, Griever pendant necklace thingy, Lone Wolf ring, Lone Wolf badge, annoying douchebag who pretends to be the main character in Final Fantasy 12, a Coke bottle with my name on it, so I'm not going to show that properly. Up here we have a Gundam 01, I think it is. Captain America. Buddha Homer. Well, Golden Buddha Homer, also from Loot Crate. So, we also have Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13 Part 2, Final Fantasy 13, none of which I have actually played for more than 5 minutes. Lightning Returns I have not played for any amount of time at all. It's just part of my collection. So we've got Final Fantasy 12 behind the Final Fantasy 12 character. We've got Final Fantasy 11 2008 edition, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 HD remaster for the PS3, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 for the PS2, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 7 Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core, Final Fantasy 6, I think it is, yeah, just 6, Final Fantasy Anthology American Edition, Final Fantasy Anthology European Edition, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy Dissidia, The Order 1886, which actually should be in this box, but it's not. Arkham Knight, Dungeon Siege 2. Actually, I said them in the wrong order. Skylanders, Assassin's Creed Unity, Destiny, and The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Collector's Edition, which I already unboxed for you guys. Up here, we've got the box off one of my graphics cards. There we have one of my favourite alcoholic beverages, Mickey Finn's. Difficult to find outside of Ireland. You're probably getting bored of this because it's been 6 minutes. Marvel graphic novels. And a camera that no longer works, which is why I'm recording this on my phone. Some Laser Now coasters. Laser Now are a couple of Irish guys. I think most of them are Irish. They set up their own laser etching business. So it's not coming through very clearly because it's a bit faded. I'll have to get a new one. That's better. Sonic. Still have to get a new one. No clue, but it's awesome. For you Walking Dead fans, you have a Walking Dead coaster. 2 penny milk, you're going to get pissed off at this one. Halo 4 coaster. To the Attack on Titan fans, the Attack on Titan emblem or whatever the fuck it is. Right, my room is a mess, so I'm going to skip over a lot of stuff. More Yu-Gi-Oh cards. More Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Boxes and books. The box of my Arkham Knight Collector's Edition. Well, limited edition. There we have the box off the... I actually got her name right. Mikasa figurine. A book I got at a charity auction on how to draw your own comics. An Assassin's Creed graphic novel that I have not read. That is damaged and was like that when I got it, but I got it as part of a charity auction. A friend's comic book, and it is fucking amazing. A DVD box set. More books, more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. More Yu-Gi-Oh cards up there. Heatsink off a processor. A Terminator. You guys asked for this, by the way. So, here we have the hard drive off an upcoming computer project. And by upcoming, I mean I will do it, but who the fuck knows when I'm going to have the money to. Down here we have, underneath these sleeves and these empty bottles and these badges, we have an AMD processor for another computer, for that computer build I mentioned just now. So, what have we got here? Just some stuff I've printed off because I thought it looked cool. And one particular print I've printed off because I can be quite pervy sometimes, and I just think she's hot. So, that's not the one I think is hot, although that's not the one I printed to be pervy. Neither is that, or that. A signed print from Steve Bloom. Assassin's Creed 3. This is from when the printer ran out of blue ink, so I printed it in pink instead for some reason. Zidane's original artwork for Final Fantasy IX. The printer had still run out of ink at that stage, and it's just Zidane. So there we have the one that I printed because I think she's hot as fuck. World of Warcraft poster that I printed myself. Sorry, Blizzard, but unless you show me somewhere where I can buy that particular poster, I printed it myself. I'm not selling it. Signed David Vincent print that he actually gave to me for free. A hand-coloured print. Yes, that's my current bin. I knew you'd spot out of the corner, so I figured I'd show it to you. The collector's edition of The Watchmen. That's the one. Now, sorry about this and all the banging. Currently in the middle of rearranging my room, so this stuff here currently belongs on my bed, so you may be wondering what some of this is. I just kicked over a can of spray paint, gel pens, driver's disc, charging cable off Xbox 360 controllers. You'll find out what they're about later. I got this for Christmas, as you can tell from the Merry Christmas thing. I've yet to actually stick it up. Oh, I didn't show you guys that shelf over there. Shit. I'll do that after this. I got an Assassin's Creed Syndicate calendar. If this had been this time last year and they gave me an Assassin's Creed Unity calendar, I would have told them to shove the calendar up their arses. But I actually like Syndicate. I'm not reviewing it, but I do like it. So, there we have Squall, a bunch of Skylanders, Jacob Fry from Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Balthier, my favourite character from Final Fantasy XII, and more Skylanders. So, yeah, that's my Skylanders. Now, you wanted to see my system. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Asmodan. There's actually a vid of me putting this beastly thing together, and that is Asmodan. Those are the Pringles I was taunting Twopenny Milk with last night. There they are again, Twopenny. I'm doing this a lot to you. Right, so at the moment most of my setup isn't even turned on, so bear with me. I run the HDMI from my computer to the Xbox One, which if I turn on will actually start to display it, I hope. Okay, in the meantime, among the things you will see me wearing the most often during any vid where you actually get to see me, which means not this one. In fact, I will actually show you guys me in a second, but, well, towards the end of this vid, I'll just post a little picture of myself. Right, so one of my favourite jumpers, a friend of mine printed this, and I bought it off him at a convention. So, shout out to Magician's Merch. Thank you guys for an awesome jumper. Yes, my friend actually has his own little stall that he does at conventions, and he prints things like t-shirts and he sells plushies and stuff like that. The perks of going to so many conventions and actually getting to know the staff is I've got friends who do cool things, and this is a friend I made before he was even selling things in conventions. We used to play Yu-Gi-Oh together, among other games. So once again, thank you Sean and Helen over at Magician's Merch for that. This one should be simple. Okay, it's covered in dog hair that's not showing up in the actual vid, but my house coat. We have a dog here in this house, and his dog hair, yeah, you can actually see it now. That dog hair gets everywhere. This is fresh out of the wash and it's already covered in dog hair. So that goes there. So's the jumper, by the way. My Snuggie, which you already met. It looks like it's a darker blue for some reason. Also covered in dog hair. Like I said, everything gets covered in dog hair. T-shirt. Okay, so a bit more about my setup. So yeah, there's a candle there burning away. That's my current gaming headset. Mad Catz Freak 7, I think. Mad Catz Strike 5 keyboard. A gaming mouse. I used to have a Mad Catz gaming mouse. I still technically do have it, but I've lent it to the people I live with for their computer. I'm going to point this at this awesome chair while I type in my password. Okay, so password's typed in. Windows is booting up. So over here on the left, I swapped things around a bit since I started beginning to rearrange my room. We have Edward Kenway, a Batman clock, a random orc that somebody gave me. I know exactly who gave it to me, but you guys wouldn't know this person. So for you guys, that's somebody. So Batman from Arkham Knight Collector's Edition. Edward Elric, Dragon Ball Z from Laser Now, I think it is. I'll give them a proper shout out after the convention I'm going to in January. Molag Ball without his tail. The tail never actually came with this particular Molag Ball. Alright, so back down to the gaming setup. There we have my Dell monitor, my BenQ monitor, my Bush TV. They're all linked up, and just to prove it, I will drag this over here. Ignore that error. So yeah, that's pretty much my setup. There's probably some other cool stuff you guys would like to see, such as this beautiful laptop bag. There's another one right behind it. Well, this is one I'm particularly proud of. A badge from a convention I went to in 2014, signed by their cosplay special guest, Missy Yeru. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. If not, I'm going to get murdered by somebody for mispronouncing it. Alright, inside the bag, I'm not going to show you guys inside the bag. I'm just going to take the stuff out from inside the bag. So there we have a weekend pass badge for BroCon 2013. And on the other side, it is signed by David Vincent. You guys, there we go. I'm not going to remove that from there, but that's signed by him. I was showing some of this stuff to Twopenny last night. ArcadeCon 2013. So shout out to ArcadeCon. Signed by, and I can't remember this guy's name, so please don't kill me for it. But if you can read that name, good luck to you. That's my name. Best wishes, and I can't read his signature at all, but he is Yanto Jones from Torchwood. My favourite Torchwood exclusive character, but my second favourite Torchwood character, and I actually said that to his face. Okay, just another convention badge, badge, QCon number 20 convention badge, AkaCon, which only existed for one convention badge. AkaCon was an art convention. Now, to show you guys that that's all the convention badges I have to show. I got this bag signed. This one right here, I am so fucking delighted with. Now, I can't remember half these signatures, but that one there is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman. Let's see. Paul St. Peter. I hope I'm remembering his name correctly. The voice of Leomon from Digimon, the voice of Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts. That's why it's signed Xemnas. Yeah, Paul St. Peter. I can read the Paul part, I can't read the rest. Thanks for everything. We actually had a great time at that convention. Myself, Paul, my friend Chris, Chris's girlfriend Michaela, shout out to you guys. We all did a shot of Mickey Finn's, the drink you've seen on the shelf over there, at that particular BroCon. Some of these signatures are fading because I didn't use a fabric pen. So note to you guys, if you're going to do this, get a fabric pen. There are a lot of really cool signatures here. One of these signatures is Johnny Young Bosch, the voice of Ichigo, among other characters from Bleach and his other things. It's not signed by David Vincent because I got this about 6 or 7 months after I met David Vincent. So there's a lot of cool signatures on here. I only got people to sign it if I thought they were nice and if I was happy that I met them. So it's nothing to do with how famous they are. Although I think this one's the Johnny Young Bosch one. It looks a lot like the small signature I have on my laptop. So here we have an almost identical bag. Sorry about the bad camera work, guys. Except for, as you can see, this one has the Batman and Superman symbol. Not from Batman vs Superman, but from Batman Superman animated movies. There are no badges to go with this one. There's a lot of junk in that bag as well. Right. Here we have, my friend Chelsea was the first person to get to sign this bag. She's an awesome cosplayer, so shout out to you, Chelsea, aka War Panda. Kyle Habert signed it next. I can't make out that signature, but I vaguely remember meeting that person. Same with this one. I remember it. I can't remember the guy's name, but Rocky from Power Rangers, the blue Power Ranger. So over here we have Johnny Young Bosch somewhere, and he was the black Power Ranger, and there we have Rocky, the blue Power Ranger, signing. Gates McFadden, Dr. Troy, no, not Dr. Troy, Dr. Crusher. Stupid dyslexia kicking in. Well, I'm going to blame dyslexia. Gates McFadden, Dr. Crusher from Star Trek The Next Generation, signed this bag. Okay. And there we have Michael Rooker from loads of things, including The Walking Dead. So you Walking Dead fans out there, I fucking met the man and he signed my bag. Cost me money to get it signed. Same with the Gates McFadden and the Rocky from Power Rangers one. But they were awesome people. Gates McFadden especially, fucking amazingly nice person. Seriously, she is one of the nicest people you could ever meet. If she's at a convention near you and you're a fan of Star Trek, go there and meet her. She is really fucking nice. I'm not just fanboying. Alright, so what have we got here? A bottle of Kick with the label removed. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Collector's Edition for the Xbox 360. Over here, you can see a whole mess of wiring. I'm not very tidy at all. And the Elder Scrolls Online Imperial Edition, which I have not actually played since the beta test. Over here we have a load of other games and shit like that, including the Watch Dogs Vigilante Edition for the PC. There's even a book there. Some more games, a wireless mouse that I'm missing the receiver for, so I can't use it anymore. And Christmas present I bought myself. You guys have already kind of seen this. I'm going to step back. There we go. Weird camera angle number 1. That is my new gaming chair. I've already slightly damaged it, but I'm getting it fixed. There's a slight rip to the corner of it. Now to show you guys some other cool stuff. So ignore all the jump rope stuff. I don't actually use any of that shit. Here we have a scroll. Well, it's not a scroll. It's a print. Show you guys this. This is a long ass vid, by the way. If you're still watching this now, fair fucks to you for sticking with it for this long. Oh, the Judge Dredd one. Signed. And a little doodle done in the corner. And I forgot I had this. I met this guy at QCon in 2014. So that goes there. Right. Let's see what's next that you guys would enjoy. So there's my wall scroll. Final Fantasy 15 wall scroll. I got this year at AmalgamCon. So in January 2015 at AmalgamCon, I won this at the charity auction. So I got a badass scroll. I got those books I mentioned before at that same charity auction. Well, a couple of those books. Okay, so this was that long my phone actually stopped recording. So I now know my phone has a record limit of 20 something minutes. Okay, don't give a shit. So I'm not sure where it stopped recording exactly, I only just noticed it. But there we have a wall scroll I got in January of 2015. I got a charity auction of a Kumacon in January, as I said. So that's that. And the last thing I will show you guys is another signed print, but this time of a cosplayer, and she did an amazing Red Sonja cosplay. If I can get this thing to unscroll, I can show you guys. Okay, so there we have a signature. And there we have an amazing Red Sonja cosplay. I've always loved the Red Sonja movie, same way I loved the Conan the Barbarian movies. So, yeah, I have 2 other wall scrolls, but they're not over here. And over there, if you can see it correctly, we have the parts of a Buster Sword. So, yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed getting to see all my shit. Thank you for watching. As always, remember, play to game and game to play. I almost forgot to do this part. I said I'd show myself at the end of the vid and then I said goodbye. So this is a PS or an extra added thing at the end of it. Sorry about saying goodbye twice, but I just wanted to tease you guys with the fact that this AmalgamNation t-shirt actually exists. This is not photoshopped. And you can see, because I'm fat in it. If I was photoshopping it, I wouldn't be fat in it. I'd make myself have 6-pack and muscles and God knows what else I'd do. Probably make myself look like the Incredible Hulk. But this exists. It's one of 3 in all of existence at the moment, as far as I'm aware. Unless somebody's pirated, done their own home print one somehow. But still, this is the only official one. Well, one of 3 official ones done. So, shout out to my friend Sean and Helen. I mentioned them before, Magician's Merch. They did this for me and fucking love it. I wear it all the time, you guys. As always, remember, play to game and game to play. Okay, as I was editing... sorry about that. As I was beginning to edit this vid, I realised I had mentioned something in passing about some stuff, and then I never... said I'd get to it later, and then I never did. The things I mentioned in passing, where you could see the Hot Wheels covers off these two particular Hot Wheels cars here. So we have a few, and it made me realize while I was editing that I hadn't mentioned some stuff that was on this shelf. So over here we have my D&D dice. There we have an Assassin's Creed Black Flag badge, the Lizard car from Spider-Man, although he didn't drive a car, it's just a Hot Wheels merchandising crap thing. The car itself isn't crap, but the car never existed in any canon form whatsoever, as far as I'm aware. Batmobile, another Batmobile. Electro's car. This piece here is shaped like a battery. There's a little plug insert here. It's a tiny little thing. It doesn't actually charge or anything. Oh. Sorry about any weird noises. I just got the hiccups. USB memory stick. The cap off a USB memory stick. Not the same memory stick. Badges. A Hulk head that, when pressed, yeah, you can just about see that. There we go. That's better. That it lights up. I was taunting Two Penny Milk with this last night using this very same web camera. It's my Wolverine watch. Okay, moving the candle out of the way so you can see this. A Full Metal Alchemist pocket watch. A squeezable stress ball Hearthstone thing. A Hearthstone coin. My one's a bit dirty and grungy, but that happens when you spend a lot of time flipping it, and I like to flip coins when I'm bored. Another thing signed by Xemnas, this time a Xemnas coaster. Xemnas' head is covered up by my Superman chain. There we go. Spider-Man that does the same thing. Ignore the burnt out match, that's from lighting the candle. Gears of War cogs, my AverMedia recording device for capturing gameplay footage from consoles, a pair of sunglasses, HDMI cable connected to my PS2, but I can only have 3 consoles hooked up to the system at any given time, so I have the PS3. Oh no, wait, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and the PS4 hooked up. A cigarette box, despite the fact that I quit smoking. It's just a cool box with a skull on it. I like skull things. My Zoom H1 microphone. Two penny, look, Pringles again. And a better look at how my system lights up. You can actually see the power supply in there now. PS2 controller. The consoles, so starting over on the left, and ignore the 2 open cans. Yes, I'm drinking from 2 cans for some reason. I forgot one of them was already there. PS3. Over here in the back. You can barely see it, but that is a PS2. In there you have the Xbox 360. With the Pringles and the mic on top of it, you have the PS4 with an empty can on top of it and a box of matches. You have the Xbox One. Over here you have, with more cans. Yes, I'm addicted to Coke. And more junk. My latest laptop, although it's not new or state of the art or anything like that, I've got that for old school games. And my modern laptop, which needs a new hard drive. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry about ending this 3 times, but as always, remember, play to game and game to play.